Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mojo-Synthesis. My name's Tony.
I'm Dwayne.
And we're here to break down the relationship between rap and metal and the cultural differences between the two.
And today, we're going to break down some metal.
Oh, yeah.
So, Tony, what do you got for us? What do you got for me?
All right, we're going back. We're going back for this one. A lot of metalheads are going to know this, but even you might not have heard this one. So we're going to get going, and
let's get it going.
All right, let's go.
So, Tony, that's hard. Out the gate. Out the gate.
Yeah. All right, so this is Metallica's first song ever that was ever featured at any recording.
Okay.
It was on an album, a compilation album called Metal Massacre that they got it on, and incidentally, it's the first song off the Kill 'Em All album. So yeah, it's this changed the whole entire music scene. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Let's get back right into it. There we go. This changed everything. You're right. Yeah, just real quick, I know you know some Metallica. This is 1981 when they wrote this song. 83 when this album came out. You can just hear the angst. I mean, these 19, 20 years old coming out. F the world. This is what we do, and we don't care what you think about it.
That's hard.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off right before the guitar solo. So anyway, let's tempo changes.
So when I hear like guitar riff like that, when I hear the beat breakdown, I literally hear it in hip hop form.
Okay.
So every time I hear songs in hip hop form, I visualize a producer breaking the beat down and breaking it apart and chopping it up to make it a hip hop beat. So that's why I love heavy metal. So when I was younger, when I first started training, I was training at this gym in Maplewood. So they would have segments of like who played music and who played what. So the early morning segment between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock was metal.
All right. What stuck out to you from that? What was the bands you would remember?
So most of the bands I remember early was definitely Metallica. That's because it was a bodybuilder by the name of Jason Arntz from Springfield. That was a super heavyweight bodybuilder that was top ranked in the United States. Him and his crew would play metal, and it literally got everybody in the gym amped.
Okay.
So that made me work out harder. So currently, 20 something years later, I play metal in my headphones when I do compound movements.
Awesome. Now, when I was in high school, this is a funny story. I used to lift weights when I was in high school for football. I would, to do all that stuff. And we were at my friend's gym. He had a gym in his basement. He just had some free weights, a bench, stuff like that. And they used to play. They wouldn't let me play metal. These guys, their thing was Slick Rick, and maybe you throw me some Slick Rick. I don't know. So some of the vocals were R-rated vocals and some of that stuff, and that was good, and that was really my first intro to that. But it's funny that you were at the gym, you were getting the Metallica and stuff like that, and I was at the my friend's gym in their basement, and it went the opposite way. All right, are you ready? So the modulation change, drops it. Feel it. Feel it. There it is.
That was a good one out the gate. You got me, man. I never heard that before. That was hard. I love that.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, man. Like I said, Metallica, people think of them as right now as 60-year-old men, which they are. But, in 1983, this popped out, and it was stuff that no one had ever heard before. And it really changed the face of metal. It changed the face. It introduced what you might want to call thrash metal. Obviously, Metallica grew into a band that was much farther beyond what typical thrash metal was. But this opened the doors for a lot of young musicians looking to do what they do, and really that's what's important. From the two guys that make music, other people had to come first and break down barriers to for us to be able to do what we want to do. We've all got stories. I'm glad you liked it. A little bit on the lyrics side, because it really does encompass what it was in 1983 when you're looking at a lot of the young upstarts coming in. So the song starts off, "No life to leather, we're going to kick some ass tonight." I mean, what else can you say? Young guys getting on stage with their leather, they're going to get up there, and they're going to kick your ass tonight. We got the metal madness when our fans start screaming it's right. I mean, you're playing rock and roll, you're playing metal. I mean, what else is there? I mean, You go on stage, it might be a little different from what you're reading, but I mean, the feeling's got to be the same. I mean, when you're up there, you want to kick,
How many members would you say that's in the group?
There's 4.
Okay. And you have what instruments?
You got bass, drums, guitar, and vocals.
Okay. And that's ill because the vocalist, many people don't really consider until you really analyze it. The vocalist is a part of the instrument. The vocalist is
absolutely.
a pure instrument.
Definitely.
And that's always kind of overlooked.
Yeah, that's a good point because a lot of times people, you'll hear singers say, "Well, my body is my instrument." People be like, "What, are you crazy?" But it's the truth.
Right.
It's the truth.
It makes total sense.
I mean, you're when you're doing your thing, you're up there, and your body is your instrument.
Right.
And it needs to be honed.
Right.
I got to get mine honed a little better.
And the crazy thing is too, a good engineer can make everything blend. So it sounds like one unit.
Big time. So going back in with the lyrics, our fans are insane. We're going to blow this place away. With volume higher than anything today, the only way. It's been a long time since I read these lyrics. And this song just encompasses what it is to get up on stage. You're young. You're up there. You got a ton of angst. You're ready to go. You've got your art, which is your heart, to put out there, and the adrenaline hits, and that's what this song is talking about. And the time in San Francisco when they made this song. Actually, they made it in LA and then they moved to San Francisco. We'll get into the story of Metallica another time. But the scene was the thrash scene, and it produced some great bands. Bands which we'll touch on here. I won't name them all right now. I'm sure most of you know who they are, but we'll get to that. And there's the metal intro.
And what I appreciate also about bands like that, they taught everybody to turn it up. Turn the music up. When you listen to music, if you're in your car, if you're in the gym, if you're trying to vent, turn the music up. Turn it up.
Turn up the radio. Don't worry, I'm not going to play that song for him, although he probably knows that one. Anyway, awesome. Another great one today. All right, put it up.
Nice.
That was awesome. It was a little clumsy one. That's all right. We're getting better at this. Anyway, that being all said, we are Mojo-Synthesis, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Later.